Hi guys, welcome along. Martin van Wyk here from the alphaacademy.co.uk. We are here to educate, inform and train you. Okay. Today what we're going to talk about is the three energy systems. Okay. Now before I go into this, I want to just pre-frame this by saying your uncles, grandfathers, sisters, brothers, niece, cousin who works at this dodgy gym somewhere is probably not going to always agree with what I'm saying here, but I want us to basically put the context in here. Okay, what are we talking about when we're talking about these three systems? Okay, and what we're looking for. First of all, what we need to do is we need to look at what do we want. For this system to work, you would want a body that not just looks powerful or looks strong, but and not just being strong, but not looking strong. What you want is in the sweet middle. You want to have a body that looks strong, but you also want the confidence to know that you are strong. Okay, but sometimes that doesn't work out that way. I want us to look at like the likes of in MMA in the mixed martial art world, like Big Country Nelson. He's got a big pouch tummy on him. You know, he's got a big gut. And look at the looks of Cain Velasquez. These guys don't look like they can fight for 25 minutes. They don't look strong, but they are essentially extremely really strong. Okay, and then if you want guys who look really strong, let's look at Shay Congo. He's a big guy and he looks absolutely ripped, but he's been beat by both of these guys very easily. Now, yeah, okay, I understand it comes to a certain degree of technical skill in MMA, and I'm not saying that he's not strong, but in terms of what I would personally want to feel like is that I know I'm strong, but I also look strong. Okay, so that is the mindset that I want us to look into into the system. So what we're going to talk about is the three energy systems. Okay, so lactic is here. Basically, the lactic power is the stuff you do heavy in the gym. So what is going to happen is this is the amount of weight that you can lift. All right, and this is the time you can do this for. Okay, so you're not gonna, let's say this is 2 hours. Okay, so you're not gonna let's say deadlift 260 kilos for 2 hours, but you are able to run for 2 hours no problem. Okay, so that's basically how this graph works. Your lactic power, the anaerobic lactic, which is basically your explosive stuff, and the aerobic stuff, which is obviously your jogging or rope jumping or whichever way. Okay, so what I want us to look at is if you are, for example, looking for a bodybuilding workout or for a bodybuilding body, then what you're going to do is you're going to mainly work on lifting heavy weights, okay? But you're going to neglect all of these areas. Now, why I wanted to show you this was to show you how these areas interconnect, okay? So I used to lift a lot of heavy weights before I started fighting, and what then happens, you know, let's say for bench, you know, I always managed to bench 100. That was like my personal best, or whichever way, okay? When I was doing really heavy weights, I looked bigger, you know, I had this mean look about me, but I could only basically lift 100 kilos, okay? I only bench 100 kilos. Then, once I started doing the fighting, I increased the anaerobic lactic and the aerobic systems of myself. Lo and behold, I'm smaller, I'm thinner, but I'm able to lift 140 kilos or bench 140 kilos. Why is that? Okay, the reason for that is once you increase all three of these systems, they will all grow, because if you're just doing one thing, you're limiting yourself in that area as well. Meaning, if, for example, I was only lifting weights, you will only be able to lift weights until a certain point, then you hit a plateau, then you'll be lifting a little bit more, and then you'll be hitting a plateau and lifting a little bit more, but eventually you're going to hit your ultimate high, okay? Whereas if you increase all three of these areas, like if you start doing your jogging, your explosiveness, plus building your power up, that graph will basically look like this. It will be a bit slower, but eventually it will go up until you hit that plateau eventually in the future. But that plateau now is so much higher than it used to be if you are only exploiting one of these power areas. Okay, so that's why I want you to sort of just look at this energy system basically what it is, if you neglect to work in all three of these areas, you're going to severely limit one of these areas. So if you're lifting a lot of heavy weight and you're not doing aerobic and anaerobic lactic, like explosiveness stuff, you're going to hit your limit and you're going to stay there and you're not going to go higher. Whereas if you work in all three of them, you're eventually going to go higher, but till a certain extent. Okay, so I just want us to go into the mind frame of, you need to know what you want, okay? And once you know that, if you are looking for a body that's sweet in the middle of just looking strong, or just being strong but not looking strong, if you want that body in the middle for that, in terms of, like, say for example, like MMA fighters, then this will obviously be the program for you. Now in the next video, I'll be handling my 3 favorite strategies or methods that I use in each one of these energy systems and how I use them. So and these are basically exercises that I used in my my fight training a lot. So have a look at that video and hopefully it can help you move forward faster. So yeah, thank you guys, thank you for watching my video. Martin van Wyk, alphaacademy.co.uk. Have a good day. Bye bye.